All right, everybody. If the President of the United States can have a secretary, PR team, and staff that speaks for him, writes for him, responds for him, and Michael Jordan can have the same, and Gary Vaynerchuk can have the same, and Tony Robbins can have the same, then it's about time you and I have the same too. So I'm going to reveal some processes here that some people just won't like, but I also think there's a lot of people out there who don't like to do the things that are helpful to make money and get you represented the right way. And so this is my process for LinkedIn engagement activities, engagement instructions for my virtual assistants. So I've been thinking about how I want this done. Oops, sneak peek, sneak peek, sneak peek. All right. So there's all these posts that are happening, and unless you're engaging on LinkedIn with people, you're just not going to get seen. Hey, look at that. I'm happy to see that. I know him. Here we go. Support, love. All right. So anyway, going through here and taking the time to do this like I just did. If I'm doing that all day long, I'm not working. I'm not building my business. I'm not working on my business. I'm not working in my business. I'm working on other people's businesses. I'm engaging in other people's lives. And don't get me wrong, there's time for that. You can make time for that all you want, but I got a lot of people in my life that I got to make time for. If I just spent time keeping up with my family alone, I probably wouldn't have time to go in here and celebrate everybody else. So with that said, you really don't have time for all this stuff going through here. My goodness, these Instagram photos and people celebrating life and doing things, and having to sort through every ad and Gary Vaynerchuk's posts and everything that you could be looking at. Like, this isn't designed for me. I'm not supposed to be stalking people. I'm not supposed to be on here messing with everybody. But it's funny. People are doing this. That's what they do. They come in here and they like stuff and they comment on stuff and they share it. And well, that's great. But it's time for me to make some noise. It's time for you to make some noise. So it doesn't hurt to have somebody who's a receptionist, somebody who is an assistant, know what you like, know what you stand for, and represent you in these environments so that all these other people re-engage with your stuff, right? And they contact you and they book meetings with you. So that's exactly what I've built here to assist my LinkedIn automation, which is constantly running and connecting me to new people. Some people hate it. Some people love it. It's a mixed bag of results. You just ignore the ones who don't like you and move forward with ones who are grateful and ready to be talked to. It's pretty simple. So take a look at this. So what I want my assistants to do, they're going to log in as me. And by the way, this is launching like tomorrow. And I've done this in the past in different capacities, but I haven't done it this structured before. I haven't done it with this level of precision and with my own brand in place too. So that's what makes this a lot of fun. So they're going to view profiles of all the connections that are showing up in my feed. Probably going to adjust that a little bit because the feed sucks. The feed's only delivering like the same people over and over and a lot of ads. So I'm going to put here connections by going through my connections list. One letter at a time. My last name. All right. Let's see here. This is more the nuance at this point. Let me go right here. Whoop. Pull this over here. Thanks for bearing with me. It's so important to instruct people well if you want them to do the job right. All right. So there we go. Let's move that over there. Okay. React to all posts showing up in my feed. If it's inappropriate, anti-religion, violent, or hateful, unfollow or ignore it. Engage with all posts with a comment. If it's controversial, pro-choice, political, please ignore it. Don't interact. I don't want controversy. That's not why I'm on LinkedIn. Doesn't matter if you're pro-choice, pro-life, whatever. Like I don't want to deal with it. That's not my space right now. Suggest that you like to chat privately if they haven't been asked to private message already within the last 30 days, make sure to ask them to private message. So please don't repeat PM me multiple times to the same person within 30 days. They're going to have to pay attention to this. They're probably going to mess us up once in a while. That's okay. That's why we train. That's why we learn. That's why we retrain, right? Choose a response below. according to what makes sense. And then add, I'd like to catch up. If you're open to it, PM me, right? And then I'm going to have them have the ability with my calendar link to go ahead and book that appointment for me. So they're going to be looking for posts where they can respond with comments like this. And that's going to make all those people who are trying to be influencers out there, it's going to boost their posts and help them out, make them look good, make them sound good. In addition, it's going to drive their interest and pique their and say, oh, what's Jackson do? Who's he? Oh, Jackson's engaging me. That's a big deal, right? And then they're going to, in turn, want to engage back with me. So if they shared something helpful, say, thanks for this. This is a common response following for when you want to be included on further comments. It also honors their post. They could respond, well said. That's something I say often. If their post teaches something of value, well said is warranted. I should probably redo this the opposite way, huh? To where it's the nuance and then it's the action that's taken. So I'll flip that in a minute. I'm not going to put you through that. If they quoted someone, honor their share. That's a great quote. Thanks for that. Right. For someone sharing something cool, insightful, heartfelt, or an accomplishment, keep being awesome. For a post where someone's celebrating a victory, excellent work. It's like being a sticker. Being a teacher with those stickers when your students pass their tests. Like, what are you going to do? Put them on a podium every time they pass a test? No, we're just creating basic engagements. And even the teachers have a TA to help them do that. There's nothing wrong with this. I don't know why people get so frustrated with the aspect that some of the stuff is automated and some of the stuff is delegated to somebody that can help create responses. This is what the wealthy people do in life, guys. This is how they get wealthier. This is how they create time for themselves. All right, so adding the appropriate emoji after the statements in the action column represents me well, right? So now I created this little document. This is as simple as it gets. You just go over here and it shows them. I didn't even finish the process. I need to finish this. I was busy today. Jackson's preferred emojis list. Follow this document will help you know which emojis to use in Jackson's social posts. All right, you do not need any resources for this. That is done. All right, actually, you know what? There's one. Company. This resource. Think that. Bam. Which one? I was hoping it would pop up right there. It did not. R445. The appropriate emoji for the message. Done. That's it. That's the instruction. So what's going to happen with this? My team members, I've already got a ton of connections happening every single week thanks to the automation that's taking place. So there's about 100 people who connect with me per week. And out of those 100, I would say I probably book 10 appointments out of those 100. And I say the automation system gets people super interested or allows them to say they're not interested, at which point I usually send a voice clip, introduce myself, at which point they're like, oh yeah, I should definitely meet with you. We should meet. And we go ahead and book an appointment from there. These are highly targeted individuals based on the types of entrepreneurs that I enjoy working with. So it's a pretty easy process to help them move forward with that. The rest of them just sit in my network. And as I become more active on LinkedIn, or as they become more interested in what I do or connect with me through other social media channels, that allows them to become more aware of what I could possibly do for them, what type of person I am, how I like to help. People love to sit back and see what others do. It's not common for people to just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, you want to get married? That's not how this process works. The process is about getting to know people. That awareness has to be there. Then there has to be some type of consideration. They've got to consider that they might want to work with you. Then they've got to have intent to buy, right? Intent to move forward, intent to jump on a call. They're not just going to be interested in moving forward with you unless you create reasons of value for them to move forward. So while my business continues to build out landing pages and Facebook ads and YouTube ads and launch the academy and, build out our cold calling system and a lot of other things that are going on behind the scenes with First Class Business to be able to generate growth and move our brand forward, this is a very easy, affordable solution and system to continue to build upon the strengths we already have in place. So if you're interested in learning more about it or how you can do this for yourself, don't hesitate to ask me. If you want some of these resources as well, don't hesitate to ask me. And team, this is mostly for you, just to walk you through what we're doing so that you know how to do it. Y'all are awesome. Keep being great. And let's keep moving forward. Peace.